So you want to make money in real estate? Well, stop scrolling and put the phone down. Making money in real estate is not about quick schemes. It's not about pressing a magic button or getting lucky somehow. Making money in real estate is a byproduct of learning a strategy, understanding the blueprint, and aligning yourself with people on a similar journey. In this video, I'd like to share with you a 5-step strategic plan that I would use if I was starting out in my 20s to get to financial freedom in the 5-year period. Guys, my name is Rafik. I'm the CEO of Braid Capital, investment company with over 9-figure portfolio across 9 states. We own apartment buildings, retail properties, shopping centers, and we focus on value-add real estate. But things weren't like this always. I started from scratch. I started from nothing. Not only did I start with nothing, I started with minus, because during the financial recession, I lost everything and was financially destitute with no credit. Now things are different. There's a lot of new lending programs. There's a lot of opportunities. The real estate is evolving. So what's going on with the real estate is undergoing tremendous amount of turmoil. Interest rates have gone up. Most of the apartment buildings that were built and invested 5 years ago can't pencil. Office buildings are all in shambles because of the new way people do business with Zooming and everything. Retail properties are in distress because big box retail is dead. JCPenney, Sears are all out of business. This change presents a lot of opportunity for a new entrepreneur who can take all these broken pieces, put it back together, and unlock value in these properties. So one of the biggest expenses we all have living in this country is housing expense. If you find a way to eliminate your housing expense when you start out, that will give you a leg up over anybody else. How do you do that? Simply invest or go acquire a duplex, triplex, or a fourplex. If you have a decent job, if you have some kind of a small down payment, and if you don't down payment, you can get government assistance programs or some sort of a no money down program for your first property. Buy a duplex, triplex, or fourplex and move into one unit. You rent the other units to cover all or part of your mortgage payment. Outside of economics of that deal, you will learn basics of real estate investing. You will learn how to apply for a rental license. You'll learn how to lease. You will learn how to deal with non-paying tenants and how to do background checks. All of this information will give you enough to buy another property in 6 to 12 months. Now, once you have one property and you learned how it's done, how to do it, how to operate that property, second one is so much easier. I just met a guy who in 2020 bought a first duplex and now owns 150 units. I was so impressed with him. I was like, yes, that's exactly what I want to share, because that's how I started too. So you bought this duplex, triplex, or fourplex. Usually if you buy an empty property, you buy it at a discount. You clean it up, you stabilize it, you lease it up, it appraised at a higher number. You can basically either refinance it or keep it as a cash flowing asset and buy the second one. If you buy a owner occupied property, lenders will always give you financing up to 100% or 95% of the purchase. Now, if you're struggling to come up with the money for down payment, that's when I would advise for you to go into real estate associations, join a club, join a mastermind, and start looking for capital partners. My mentor said, it's better to have half the pie than no pie at all. One thing I want to share with you guys is that real estate is not a single player game. As much as you think you want to do everything yourself, it's so much easier to collaborate with others who have resources that you lack. You need to understand there's a lot of people with capital that don't have time. Like me, I don't have time to do a lot of deals, but I have capital to invest. Now, starting out, I had a lot of time, I didn't have capital. And so if you collaborate and develop a relationship, that person will be able to invest in your deals. So first, you bought the duplex or triplex, you stabilized it, you moved into the next one, you stabilize that one. Once you have 2 properties, now you're a serial real estate investor. Now is where the fun starts. Now you start raising capital for your deals. For the most part, when you buy investment property, the banks will require you to put 20 to 25% down. Now, what I did in the beginning is I brought in a capital partner and I asked them to finance the down payment and co-sign on debt with me for a 50-50 split on the new property. And that deal works if you understand the economics of the deals, which I hope you do because you bought 2 other properties and learned the process. And as long as you find the right type of deal, an investor will give you a chance and you will be able to buy a property and stabilize it. Once you do that and stabilize one property, whether it's a multiplex, at that point you can buy a 6plex, 8plex, 10plex, you can buy a small shopping center, you can buy an office building. All I'm saying is that's one of the steps in the process. The biggest thing you need to learn is the blueprint for how to do value add investing. If you're interested in learning about value add investing, I do coaching calls every week. I can go deep on all these aspects with our students. And if you're interested, please click on the link below. I'm happy to see you. Long story short, if you are investing with that individual, make sure you focus on a relationship first and don't be too greedy. Don't be too demanding. Make sure you unlock value of the property and serve your investor, because every investor is like the gift that's keep on giving. The first step in this process is for you to be a real estate investor in your own property. That's a duplex or 4plex that you bought and stabilized it. Once you get one done, you keep replicating the process over and over and over again. But outside of just doing that, step number 2, you want to find a mentor. You want to find somebody who has achieved what you want to achieve and find a way to add value to them. That mentor has resources, that mentor has connections, that mentor has knowledge and experience, and he or she will be able to guide you and help you and give you a shortcut so that you can do bigger and better deals. I found a mentor. I was really, really happy. I have a lot of mentors now, and every time I want to do something new, I find somebody who has achieved mastery in that specific field, so I can learn and eliminate all the headaches and mistakes and get a blueprint. So number 2, you want to find a mentor. Number 3, as you are doing your duplexes now, you learn the process. Number 3, you want to align yourself and find yourself a capital partner. What is a capital partner? Capital partner is a high net worth individual. It could be a mentor, by the way. Some of the mentors become capital partners to investors. What capital partners did for me is they financed equity or down payments for my deals when I want to buy these properties. Now, these people are out there. I'm going to do a podcast with one tomorrow. They're out there. There's regular people, the regular real estate investors. At first, you might see them as competition. But if you listen and read between lines and understand, if they have a lot of capital and they're looking for deals and can't find anything because they have a job, because they have some other thing going on, you can say, look, Mr. Investor, I have a deal. I know you got a lot going on. You cannot find a deal. Why don't you do a deal with me? You provide the capital. I'll do all the work, and we'll share in the spoils of this opportunity. Now, working with capital partners is extremely important in the beginning because that's where you get the money. And capital partners are going to be expensive money because they'll get 50% of your profits. As you scale and get better, you can get equity capital at a cheaper rate, anywhere from 10 to 12% when you start a fund or anything like that. So that's number 3. Number 4, you've got to establish a relationship with a small community banker. Every time I ask people, who do you work with? Chase, Wells Fargo. I said, no, guys, you don't understand. If you want to get funding for your investment deals, you need to have a partner banker, a small bank. I have a lot of small bank friends in small banks, a lot of lenders, VPs or presidents of banks, and they understand the model. They are asset-based lenders, and they will have more leeway in lending you money. They're not a big corporation where you'll get denials. They'll tell you right away if they can do a deal or not. But working with those lenders and establishing a relationship is a step number 4 that I absolutely recommend you do, because that's what I did. And so if you have a capital partner that will give you equity, if you have a banker that will give you money for deals, last thing you want to do, as a matter of fact, you should do that first, is join a tribe. Join a community of real estate investors. We open a value add network for investors like you. You feel free to join our community, but you can join any community. There's a lot of communities all across the United States. There's communities in your city. Join the real estate investment community, because there you'll be able to network with other investors. Now, don't think they're competition. If you adopt abundance mindset, and if you show up like that, people will collaborate with you. People will give you money. People will give you advice. People will give you opportunities and sell you properties. In these communities, you will find your tribe. In these communities, you'll develop relationships with wholesalers, with bankers, with private capital partners, with title companies, with realtors, with mortgage brokers. And all of these people, once you communicate to them your desire, your goals, your aspirations, will buy in to your goal and help you get there, because they hopefully will make money with you, just like the realtors make money with you, bankers make money, private capital partners make money with you. So you got to understand, these 5 steps don't have to be in that sequence, but first and foremost, you need to adopt that investor mindset by doing it yourself on a duplex or fourplex when you start out. I can't stress that enough. But also, community is going to uplift you and give you a great opportunity to learn and also to see the reflection of your possibility. When I first got into Minnesota Association of Real Estate Investors, I was so blown away by a lot of people that were doing deals, duplexes, apartments, building houses, and it gave me an opportunity to see a lot of things from different angles. If you want to achieve success and if you follow these 5 steps, I'll be happy to help. If you want in-depth understanding of these steps, please join our coaching program. I'll be happy to walk you through them. I've done them many, many times. I've bought over 500 houses and over 150 commercial real estate assets across 9 states. This is what I do today. This coaching program is my sort of hobby and purpose. I started it to help guys like you to elevate, because I believe that this, for me, is paying it forward. Because I'm so grateful to have met my mentor, to have met my tribe who helped me elevate, who helped me achieve my financial success. And I'm here to help, and I'm here to share my knowledge, wisdom, and experience with you. Many people think that legacy is a financial money in the bank that you pass on to your kids. To me, I feel like legacy is impact you have on others. Because I believe that impact you have on others is the best currency there is. Money comes and goes. You know, if I have all this money and I give it to my kids, they could spend it all in 5 years after I'm gone. But impact you have on others is something that is not only karmatic, but also feeds my soul. So from that standpoint, if you're interested in learning more about real estate investing, how to make money in real estate, how to do value add deals, how to raise capital, how to find deals, please click on the link below and I'll be happy to help.